What's up, TikTok world? This is your boy, DJ BBQ with the Kota iRadio Network, host of this UnCut live show. Now, let's talk Dominic Mysterio, shall we? Now, a lot of people are saying that Dominic Mysterio isn't performing well, WWE isn't utilizing him well, he should go to NXT, they should just give up on him, yada, 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 repackage him, blah, blah, blah. Let me put this out here real perfectly clear. This is probably going to be a 3-minute video first. And also, I don't know everything about professional wrestling because you learn different things every time that you're backstage or you're within professional wrestling. I've listened to a couple of the greatest minds, just to name those two, Nick Eugene Dinsmore, Al Snow, and a lot of my friends that are in professional wrestling. I've listened to them, I've watched, I've analyzed things. And I can tell you this right now, you learn different things every day. But the one thing that I will comment on is the fact that Dominic Mysterio doesn't need to be repackaged. He doesn't need to sit there and be sent to NXT. He's Dominic Mysterio. He's Rey Mysterio's kid. And the fact that people aren't liking how he's being utilized or thinking that he's not performing well is exactly the point of his character. He is Dominic Mysterio. He's an uprising star. He's Rey Mysterio's son. He's been in with the WWE for different segments over his lifespan. Now he's a young adult. He needs time to perform and excel like any other professional athlete that's in professional wrestling. Just because you think as a fan that some athlete in professional wrestling isn't performing well does not mean that they're not performing well. You're not there in a day-to-day hour, day-to-day basis, day-to-day minute of a backstage or at training. They literally are performers doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And don't give me the, oh, well, I've been watching professional wrestling long enough to know better. No. I've been watching professional wrestling since the 80s, and I still don't know any better. I got critiqued by Al Snow when I made a comment saying that I wish that these matches would have went longer, and he said, no, that's the problem with you fans. You guys think that everything needs to be going a little bit more other than the fact of what they've actually impacted and that utilize the time that they have. Now, we can talk about the women's wrestling on a different story, but this is about Dominic Mysterio. Let's listen into a little bit of a segment that I'd like to call a lot of bullshit.
Nobody wants to buy a Dominic Mysterio shirt. So when you guys all raise your hand and go, hey, I like Dominic, why aren't y'all go fucking get your puffy paints out and make yourself a Dominic Mysterio shirt?
I will definitely go get my puffy pants out, and I will go buy a Dominic Mysterio shirt if I had money to be able to spend on that. But that does not mean, just because I don't buy one, doesn't mean that I'm not a fan of that individual. Hell, does that mean that because I don't buy the Minnesota Twins new jerseys that I haven't done for the freaking last 3 decades, that means I'm not a fan of the Minnesota Twins? Now, come on. That is the utmost utter BS comment that I've ever heard. And this is what happens when you have an individual that has no passion about professional wrestling and he's just in here to get the views and make the money. Now, let's go on to the next one.
Better see like 10 fucking homemade Dominic Mysterio shirts on TikTok next week. Because if not, y'all are fucking liars.
I would like to see that you actually give that money, raise that money, give it to individuals that you want them to make those shirts together and actually make all this merchandise by themselves, because you know what, that takes time. And this day and age, people don't have time.
Don't tell me Dominic Mysterio needs time. Oh, he hasn't had.
I'm going to tell you, Dominic Mysterio needs time. Just like any other professional wrestler, any other athlete in the sport, he needs time to develop a little bit more. And because he's been in professional wrestling longer than most of the athletes that are in NXT or in the independents, doesn't mean that he hasn't been training and he's not getting better. He is Dominic Mysterio. He's Rey Mysterio's son. He is doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing.
Nobody wants to buy a Dominic Mysterio shirt. So Mysterio needs time. Oh, he hasn't had a chance. He's been in the WWE going on, I think, his 3rd year now.
Then move him back down.
That's definitely someone duetted us with a logical response that I loved. That was, look, Dominic Mysterio can be saved. Here's how you do it. And it was this well thought out plan of moving him back to NXT and rebuilding his character. And I loved it. Nobody wants to buy